Hello, and welcome back. I know it's been a minute, like a really long minute, but I promise you, I've been doing stuff. Kind of. So I went to Canada. I was like, maybe I'll record stuff. I did not have recording stuff. Why? Well, I was with my family. I was in Toronto, had a little bit of fun. But I also did work a lot on my IB stuff and my essays, so progress has been made. So now we have more time to do stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and just run through what we've done in regards to the project. So first, I decided to just go ahead and go full scale with the garden project. I'm kind of putting the sun shield on the back burner. I'm obviously keeping it in mind. I'll probably run through the coding, try and do some coding, maybe like do some design. Definitely make a list of materials that I need and order it. But right now, I'm just kind of going full scale on the garden. Just get it out maybe before mid September, before like IB starts just killing me. And also just because it's good to make a calendar, and I think I can definitely do that. Hopefully, yeah. Okay. Anyways, what has been done? We've ordered 5 moisture sensors. I will make a Home Depot run, and I may need to order some stuff online. But for right now, we should be good. I'll try and obviously do my cast project first, and like fix up the gardens sometime in the next week, maybe 2 weeks. I think I can do it during the weekend. I'll ask my headmaster. He's a pretty nice guy, so I think he'll help me out. So that should be good. And then we can get started on installing and testing it out. And if it's good enough, then we'll leave it there. Maybe do some checkups, but then we'll kind of switch focuses to the next project that we want to work on, and maybe the one after that, which I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out because we'll probably get an idea. But anyways, okay. I did do some of the coding with the help of chat. Quite a bit of help with chat. But anyways, the point is that we got code done. We used it as a research tool. I didn't. This was I understand. Like okay, we'll go ahead and run through it though, just to explain. Okay, constant. I kind of been fighting with chat because I was kind of discussing why this has to be constant. See, I told you I'm using my brain. But anyways, so we'll kind of figure that out because I think this may be a mistake. But anyways, this is also a very good idea that I did not think of is making an array. It just makes the code so much more clean. So you know what? Chat won that round. Okay, motor pin 8. I'll change it later if we need to. They're like 2 different pin, whatever works. Oh, also didn't know on their Arduino board you can like twist like the jumper pins. Actually, I can't show you right now because I low-key don't know how to do it. My dad did it, and like I just couldn't do it after. I don't know, but once I figure it out, I will show you. But like you can lock the pins so they don't go out as easy, which means I don't have to like do any stupid soldering or anything. All I have to do is focus on like like wiring the stuff. So yay! Less work. It's beautiful, or not less work, but less risk of breaking something. Okay, but anyways, okay. Threshold 500. This will be subject to change. I'll do some like small experiments at home with just a cup of soil, dip it in out, and just figure out like what the perfect threshold is. Yep, that's it. That's on the list. Runtime, cool. I actually need to check if this is a runtime because I don't trust it. But maybe it is. But yeah, makes sense. Setup. You can already see my comment. I don't know why this is a number. Oh wait a minute. Whoa! Public void unassigned. What's a bode? Bode. Oh wait. I think it just means it begins the serial, like the serial monitor. I could be right. That'd be cool. Anyways, pin mode. Obviously, setting it to output because that's what we need. And the motor pin low makes it stop. This may be wrong code because I will use a step motor. I think if my brain works, I think I will use a step motor, and I'll explain why once I go through like the design. But right now, we'll not do that. But just hint, we'll be using like a Gatorade jar thingy, or like a big tub, like Gatorade tub. So we'll see. I actually kind of like the idea though. Okay, and I came up with it. Trust. I can do stuff. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now void loop making the another array for readings are probably going to cross the in total 0, and then it's just reassigning. It's just making readings, analog read sensor pins. Yep, makes sense. Okay, it's just change. It's just making all the read from the sensor pin array, or yeah, from the sensor pin array, you go to the reading array, so then we can manipulate it. Beautiful, standard stuff. And then serial print, so I can monitor it. I'll see if I can monitor it via Bluetooth. If we can't, damn, that sucks. If we can, oh, beautiful. I'm even more fancy. But yeah. Another point that a point of this project is I'm trying to conserve energy, which means I'm lowering the tick ratio. So like, it's right here. It's like it's 2,000 milliseconds. I may make it even larger because I don't need an insane amount of ticks, especially when this is going to be solar powered. I don't know. I don't really have any idea of how well that's going to be empowering it. So conserving power, important thing. So maybe no Bluetooth, but we'll see. Anyways, digital right, setting it high, or sorry, no, I skipped. Okay, just printing the average so that I can know. Then if statement, which is important. If the soil is dry, it'll tell me the soil is dry. It'll start time. This is a cool function. It'll start the time millis, which we'll use to compare. Because I'm also putting a fallback on the system, because just in case the sensors don't like send a good signal back, it will stop automatically after 15 minutes, and then I can go back and go ahead and check. I'll be like monitoring this every week, like every day of the week. Maybe even more like before after school. I mean, okay. Anyways, and then just turning on the motor. This will have to change for sure because I'm pretty sure this is not for a step motor. So, okay, this was scary. This is scary. I don't like this. I think I'm going to change this because stuff can go wrong with this. The only reason it works is because there's brakes in the end. But if this breaks, if this malfunctions, this is my fallback. And if this doesn't work, that will not be good. That will not be good. Not very good. Hopefully. Yes. I need to do some research actually to see how hot the board can get because I don't want it to overheat or how hot the wires can get. I kind of forgot to do that. But I think it'll be fun because I'll put like decent shielding on everything. So hopefully it won't melt the entire thing. But then again, it's also in Houston weather. So many things are coming to my mind. Okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah. And if something goes wrong, it goes wrong. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I'm kind of scared about that. But anyways, while true, reading average again, we're just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing that it says up here. And just running through the readings, finding the average. It's going to tell me the average still. And then it's going to keep checking if the average is greater than the threshold. If it is, let's stop the motor. For this, I'll just make, instead of stopping the motor, it'll be the motor goes back to its original position, which basically turns off the valve, and bang, we have an off system. Cool beans. Or otherwise, same thing will happen, and it'll reach the max time, turn off. 15 minutes is a pretty general thing, because if it does break, 15 minutes is a good fallback, so it doesn't flood the entire thing, and then I can still salvage it and kind of see what's wrong with it. Yeah. And you may be like, how are you gonna know if it's 15 minutes if you can't monitor it via Bluetooth because we don't know if we can do that yet. Well, it's a good question. I will be sitting there in front of the bed once it turns on. I will watch it for a solid 3 hours. So don't worry. I will be there. Or I'll just put a camera. That also seems like a smarter idea. I think I'll go ahead and go with that. But yeah. Oh, and then obviously delay between takes. I will probably make this greater because I'm really kind of worried that I don't want to overwork the board, especially make it like especially I don't think it'll overheat, but I just don't want to overwork it, especially like under environmental strain. Yeah, I think I'll do some research on how I can make the box so that it doesn't become a giant like oven. So I may put some like foil around it, or not foil, right? Just to reflect the sun, basically. Okay, and then obviously at the end, once it exits the while break, turns the motor off, and then I'll go ahead and keep checking over and over and over again. Okay, makes sense? And then obviously waiting before next loop check. Cool, 5,000. How often I want to check the soil. Why? This is between the loop. Okay, so basically, I actually kind of like this. So I think I might keep this because we want to constantly be checking while the system's on because I want to be as accurate as possible so I don't break the thing. That's so important. But then while it's off, obviously we can like make the ticks a little bit less because whatever. We want to conserve energy while the system's on. That's important. Because ideally we want the battery to charge while like the water is off, even though we'll still be using the board. So basically the inputting power from the solar panel has to be greater than the output power that the sensors will use, which is very, very small, but still, I'm not gonna put like a giant solar panel because you know what, that defeats the purpose because then no sun will go on the plants. Wow. Okay, sorry. That's pretty much it. Code there. More details coming soon. Probably do an unboxing of everything that I ordered, and then we'll go ahead and go to Home Depot run, get everything we could possibly want ever in the world. Then we'll go ahead and have some fun. Yeah, keep tuned. My goal is to have at least one video a week, but no promises. Maybe there'll be two. Maybe there'll be 2 videos per week. I could also no promises can mean that as well. But yeah, we'll do it. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, enjoying hearing me yap. Cool. Let's have some fun.